Hey everyone, it's Mindy Hahne, the Midwest premier sports handicapper, coming to you from TonySpix.com and the half of the morning show duo, The Morning Steam with Ramon Scott. But hope you enjoy this free pick video from our show. Be sure to click in the link in the description for our best bets. Now here is the pick.
All right, let's get into it with the Cubs. In a good matchup here with the Reds. Oh, 7 UE 15. Bad graphics.
7 UE.
Which means one thing, I make a joke about the bad graphics, man, but when you see that 7 UE, that means windy innie. And probably 10 to 12 miles an hour blowing in here today. So we got a 7. And we'll see if we get any update from Butterscotch, but looks like a day we're expecting. The wind blowing in, typical Cubs game here. Could it go under and whatnot? I tried to go under yesterday because of the conditions and paid the price, and it went over.
Yeah, what are those Mets doing?
But now we got a new series here with the Reds coming in with green. Steele a pretty big favorite. It's down a little bit. I want to say now maybe $1.60 or so. And there has been a big shift on this total. It's now 7 over 15, maybe even 7 over 20 at some places. So the wind isn't deterring anything, but the wind is not changing. It's just maybe it's based on what we saw yesterday. Slight lean to the over now.
Yeah, I mean, I think this one is, it's a tough one because Justin Steele has pitched so well. I think he's 6-1, 1.48 ERA here thus far. That would be on his splits at home. And then you have Hunter Green, a 4.21 ERA. But this Cubs team, to me, they've been struggling a little bit here at the plate. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and go with the Reds here on the run line, even though I know they're one of the worst road teams here. Still expecting a little bit more. I do think the Reds bullpen is a little bit better than how the Cubs are shaping up thus far. So I'm going to go ahead and take those Reds today on the run line, getting a run and a half here today.
All right. Mindy on the run line here with the Reds. It's just hard for me to want to back a green. The number, they're not awful. I mean, I can, because they're the Reds and whatnot. And, Steele has good numbers, but the green and these Reds, they don't seem to get it done too much on the road. We saw, here's I'm That Girl has under as a lock here today. Blake, Cubs under first 5. Solo says Green gives up that long ball, and he wants to go over. And, you're getting a great number, obviously. Everyone, I don't have to explain a 7 to anybody. But, again, I might have overestimated the wind now as I look at it here. 9 to 10 miles an hour, blowing mostly straight in or in from left field. Cubs should have a pretty good matchup against Green, certainly, and maybe the reverse is true, but I don't mind your play necessarily on this one, Mindy. Boy, I guess I'm going to try to sneak it under the under. I'm going to try to keep it under here, and I'll go under.
The under.
Yeah.
Sneak it under the under.
Well, we're seeing plenty of support. Well, no, I think it's mixed as far as the chat's concerned with the under and over-under. Fernando under, Takia over, Bionic over. And Burley says under in the game. Tim Ray over.
Yeah, a lot of action on this.
Brett B. Brett B's here. Hi, Brett. Nice to have you. Have you been with us before? If not, welcome.
Yeah.
And I don't recognize Brett B's name, but he knows what's going on, obviously. Green, hard to back. He likes the over. And Londo on the Cubs here on the money line. Oh, where was it? There it is. I like Cubs money line, he says. So, all right. Mindy's going to take Reds run line. I'm going to take the under. And we're underway with our baseball selections.
All right.
Well, they can't all be great games to preview. Here's the White Sox and the Tigers. With all due respect, the Lance Lynn maybe starting to turn around a little bit. $1.45 favorite here on the road. That is up from I saw an opener maybe as low as $1.35 ish. Going up against Joey Wentz here. Total 8.5 now, over minus 115. It's shading higher.
Well, I was on the over yesterday on game day picks, and I'm going to go ahead and be on the over here again today. It's kind of going to be the same thing, right? We have, the White Sox bullpen. They tend to blow up quite a bit, 5.21 ERA. They've given up 100 earned runs thus far compared to only 74 here for the Tigers. I kind of feel like the Tigers are making their way back here a little bit. So I'm going to go over the total here today.
Yeah, the Tigers offense starting to maybe do something, at least waking up a little bit. So, Rocco's here today. Good to see Rocco. Ziggy likes the White Sox money line. Latifa on the White Sox. Londo wants to go over with you in this one, Mindy. Blake on the White Sox here. Lots of White Sox support in this one. Latif also says take the over. Bionic though says maybe don't sleep on the Tigers here. I'll take the Tigers on the run line plus a run and a half minus $1.35 today in this one. To me, Lynn, bit of a money burner so far this year. You've actually made a profit betting on Wentz. Not much, but
No, right?
Tim Ray, White Sox, though, here today on the money line. I guess you guys, I'm taking the run line, so
Both can happen, right?
Yeah. All right, you guys, your plays are in. Mindy's on the over. I'm on the Tigers on the run line. Okay, now we're talking. Here's the Dodgers and the Rays. Could it be a World Series preview?
Right? It could be.
Syndergaard on the road. Jalen Beeks here. And the Rays favorite $1.20, 9 over 15. Steam came in on the under reportedly, but this one's back to kind of sneaking over here again all of a sudden at 9.5 over 15. Big total.
Yeah. So with this one, it's one of those that whenever we have Syndergaard on the mound, I feel like the Dodgers tend to struggle a little bit. I like the Dodgers here today against Beeks here. He has allowed a .468 slugging percentage versus this Dodgers team. His K rate's a little bit lower for Beeks. I just am hoping that Syndergaard has a decent outing. I think the Dodgers can score enough runs here to keep with this Rays team. And then it's kind of funny because we think of the Dodgers bullpen as not being so great, but neither is the Rays, right? They're within a tenth of a point difference here in ERA. The Rays bullpen has given up more home runs. They've given up more earned runs. I think this one does kind of come down to the late innings. I'm going to go ahead and take the Dodgers today.
All right, Mindy, on the Dodgers here with Syndergaard on the road. The Rays are pretty good at home. They're pretty good, period. We know the Dodgers are pretty great, too. So I think that's what kind of, a great matchup. I'll take 9.5 is a lot of runs. Oh, I see it's 9. Let me check this, Mindy. I think I've got this a little bit wrong. Ziggy does have over 9.5, but I'm going to look at this right here now. And, I'm showing, there are certainly some 9.5 unders, but there's no 9.5 overs. So I'm going to try to be fair to myself a little bit. I am going to adjust the line here at least to 9.5 under, but there's definitely 9 overs to be had, plenty of them out there. Whether or not that probably because of what I'm talking about with that, there was some steam that came in on the under with this game. So I'm showing right now both of the books that we kind of follow and need to use to put our picks in are at 9 over, but some square offshore shops are at 9 under. but some of the larger books, not. So I would say it's mostly 9. I'm going to grade myself at 9.5. I'm going over, but I will say to everyone that if you have probably 2 books, and maybe if you have more, we do advise it always to have multiple outs. And we know recreational bettors sometimes don't, but nonetheless, maybe you can even buy it down and get somewhat of an equal price. I'm going to go over. I'm going to grade myself at 9.5, but you can definitely get 9, and I'm going to go over in this game today. So, well, let's get the chat in here. This is only a pretty nice game. I know there's a lot of comments.
Right.
This is the game of the day. It looks like in a way with the schedule the way it is, right? Here's Londo on the Rays. This is going to go both ways, you think? Ziggy on the over, Brett's on the Rays. Thank you again, Brett, for coming. Latifa, Tampa Bay and over. Blake, Rays and over. Fernando on the Rays. Oh, looks like the Rays. I'm going to say, Mindy, they're going against you a little bit here, but not totally. Matt wants over, but JD says he really likes the under. And I'm glad for that 9. I, kind of like it even more a little bit. I'm going to have to give it out here right now because I'm not sure I can go, get on the Dodgers. One thing I do, if I don't put a play out or anything, and I dislike, I don't want to say use a bad, hateful word, but sometimes I put a little money on the Dodgers and ease my pain. Solo says Dodger plus money, sign me up. Takia on the under. Man, this one's all over the place. Burley Dodgers money line and run line. All right, Minnie, we'll find something. But you're on the Dodgers here. I'm going to take the over. And this should be a good one tonight. There's another pretty decent game, no doubt, with the Rangers and the Orioles right now. Keep talking about these Orioles. Just great job again last night. Mindy, how about it?
Yeah, taking out the Yankees again.
I had them on the show here. I did have a premium on the under. I know we kind of were going against each other on that one, but still, the Orioles, what can you say? We know the Rangers are hot as well, especially with those bats. But again, I'll almost say no, look, all due respect to the Rays, to the Dodgers, all these teams. The Orioles, to me, they're as big a story as the Rays right now, to a certain extent, with the way they're going. And I'm going to round this. Line up a little bit. To right now, down to $1.25, and the total 8.5 under 15.
I'm taking the Rangers today. I like John Gray, right where he's been. So that's how I'm going to go here today. His ERA is sitting right around 2 on that one. Rodriguez, he hasn't been very good here. Rodriguez has yet to throw a quality start. You also have here the Rangers have hit 25 home runs and 25 road games here this season as well. So I think that Gray keeps the Orioles off balance here today, taking the Rangers.
Yeah, Rodriguez doesn't go deep enough to get a quality start, it seems like sometimes, but they definitely win with him in there. But I'm going to agree with you, Mindy, in this one. I'm going to try the Rangers here, even against these Orioles. They're looking so good right now. I'm going to try the Rangers with you on the road. John Gray's done a nice job, no doubt about it. Let's see what we got here from the chat. Londo on the Rangers, Fernando Rangers, Latifa Rangers. Curtis likes the over. I found this one to be kind of tough on the total right now. Fernando under, Ziggy over. See? Hard to go against Baltimore. I'm going to do it today with Mindy. Brett says under, Ziggy over. Every time you get an under, you get an over. For our crew. Texas first 5 for Blake. Bionic on the Rangers. Here's CTG with the sushi play of the day. Mindy, sushi.
I've never been one to, enjoy sushi. I mean, give me tempura, but I haven't had the liking to the sushi yet. I keep trying.
Burley on the Rangers. Solo says, how about Orioles run line plus money, big time. Takia on the under here. Glad you guys are having opinions on the total, and I maybe can find something later, but not right now. I'm going to take the Rangers here. We're on the money line here, right, Mindy?
That is correct.
Yeah, plus $1, maybe $1.50, maybe $1.10, whatever. It's a little bit of plus money here.
Right.
I know it's tough to go against these Orioles. Don't forget, Rangers doing pretty well as well. Another good matchup here today. So let's take the Rangers. Well, the Padres, and this is a type of game, Mindy, yesterday where, the talent will eventually kind of win out sometimes. They definitely didn't necessarily deserve to win that game, but they did. Have a little bit more hitting in the end than the Nationals, so they're going to win some games here and there. But I'm a little troubled by this one. Musgrove, people are kind of critiquing him a little bit for not fulfilling his early expectations. I would say that he still could be a little bit troubled by his toe injury, that maybe he's not getting a full push off, whatever. But the Padres to be favored on the road here. We did see the pitching change, of course, with the Yankees from Severino to this pitcher, Vasquez, who's going to be making his major league debut in this one. So maybe that's why we're in this situation with the Padres, a slight favorite here. But I have a lot of problems with that.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the Yankees. It looks like they're getting, plus a run and a half here, I believe, sitting at about minus 150, 160. I'm going to take the Yankees here on the run line. I don't really know too much about this pitcher. It's kind of more based off of the bats and how they've been going. I like the Nationals, in that game yesterday. The Nationals left bases loaded a couple different times with no outs. Like you said, just didn't get the hits at the right time. And then, somehow started to make the comeback where they tied it up and then went ahead. And then again, let it go on the 3-run bomb there at the end. But for me, I think the Padres are still struggling. I thought it was interesting too, Ramon. You were talking about Tatis in right field, and all I did is see him, kind of, let the ball get by him there a couple times. So it was kind of like foreshadowing for that game there last night. But I'm going to go ahead and go with the Yankees here today on the run line, minus about 160, only because I don't know too much about Randy Vasquez here. But I do like the hitting matchup in this one.
Vasquez, a 24-year-old Dominican, was signed in 2018. He's been strong in single A, double A, and he was nearly a top 10 prospect for the Yankees. Last season was spent all at double A with an ERA close to 4. This year, it's Columbus, 9 starts, 4.85 ERA in 42 2/3 innings, 25% K rate, 46% ground ball rate, but walking 11% of the batters. So we're in this situation because of Domingo Germán being suspended. So he'll be back into the rotation, and this is just a chance for this young man to get a chance here to make a start, and they'll be back to the regular rotation with Cole, Cortez, Severino, Schmidt. Who else am I? Is that all of them? I'm trying to think. Anyways, Mindy, I was willing to take him here on the money line, but if you want to take run line, that's okay by me. I'll join with you here and take the Yankees. I can't see the Padres being a road favorite. And the thing about Tatis, what I was talking about is, learning a new position. And as a kid, I don't know why that the Padres are so concerned about, they want to protect it. You can get injured just as easily in the outfield as you can in the infield. I don't think there's any more risk at shortstop than outfield. Tell me if there is. I don't know. But he makes up for misplaying balls by being able to run fast and catch up and stick his glove up at the last minute. Kind of looks like me out there. Okay, let's see here. Here's Ziggy. Make sure Londo sometime, I don't know. Let me see, 9, he said. Maybe Londo likes the over here. Maybe it was the other game. I'm not sure. Blake on the Yankees. Under here for JD. Yankees definitely, putting up a lot. It's weird how the slugging Yankees end up producing so many unders, particularly at home. Yankees run line for Burley. Here's an under for Bionic, and Brett might go over, though, today. I'll take the Yankees with Mindy for our second premium consensus.
There we go.
The Cardinals will take on the Guardians, and apparently the Guardians don't have a pitcher. Boy, that's going to be tough. Are they going to just put a machine out there? It's Justin Bieber, by the way. I'll update that while Mindy previews the game. The Guardians are a slight favorite here at $1.15, and the total is 8 under 20.
Yeah, it's been one that I like how St. Louis is going. The Guardians, to me, are kind of a trending under team, but I like the Guardians pitching a little bit better today here, versus the Cardinals. Cardinals also struggled a little bit with interleague games here thus far. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the Guardians here today, Ramon. I'll take them on the money line.
All right, Mindy taking the Guardians with Bieber is our official pitcher, certainly, and Bieber's been it costs some money. If you've been betting Bieber so far, no problem. I'm not telling Mindy not to do it. They are going against Liberatore, who has made just one start. He was a pretty big underdog in that start, and the Cardinals, did win that game. But still, man, $1.15 is starting to look pretty attractive to a certain extent, I would think here. Let's see what the chat has to say in this one. We got the cards here for Burley. Latifa will lean to the under. Londo likes the under as well. I said Justin Bieber.
You did say Justin. I thought everyone was going to let it slide, but since Ziggy brought it up, I was like, yes, you did say Justin Bieber.
Baby. Okay. I only know the old songs. I don't even know. Guardians for Ziggy, Bionic for Cleveland. Sorry, Shane.
Yeah. I know. I was going to do that, but then I was like, I was going to be like, I thought Shane Bieber was pitching today.
Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
Mario going under 8 to Kia on the Cardinals. We'll say hello to Alan Smetana joining us today.
Hello.
JD, you know what? I want to look at this because I did see the screen lighting up there. Let me take a look at this one. This total is down to 8. Boy, one book started to move a little bit higher. I mean, it definitely has been a gradual move to the under. We see a lot of unders with Cleveland because of that offense, obviously. Thurman on the Cardinals and Brett on the under here as well. All right. But, I'm going to go over, I'm afraid, here, you guys. I'm going over. A lot of unders with the Guardians, but for me, it's going to be over with the Cardinals and the Guardians today. I want to call them the guards, like cards and guards.
Cards and guards.
Stars and bars. All right, Mindy on the Guardians. I'll take the over. Should be a good series here with the Phillies and the Braves. We saw them yesterday. I had a premium pick on the Braves, Mindy. I know you and Tony were touting the Phillies with Nola, but I don't know. I thought Dodd, look, just a young pitcher, is not proven anything yet. And he didn't necessarily in yesterday's game. The Braves needed late runs, and they got it done. But here we have a Walker and Schuster. And they have some hopes for Schuster, certainly. He's getting some important starts here. High leverage situation. Has not been too terrific so far. Give us the lowdown.
Yeah, it's one of those that, the Braves team, they're really familiar with Walker here. It's been a .348 career batting average here team-wise, versus him, .423 on base percentage there. Again, it's going to be the Phillies' first look at Schuster, kind of like you said. I think Schuster's kind of showed some improvement. It's just going to depend on if this Phillies team can hit the ball here today. I think it's one of those that the Braves probably aren't going to have too much trouble. I think this total goes over today. That's how I'm going to look at this one.
Yeah, sorry I screwed us there a little bit, but this one definitely is, 10 pretty much everywhere now, I believe. Let's take a look. Yeah, across the board. In fact, it's juiced to the over. So, we're paying the steam came in on the over. And, we're going to have to pay a little tax here, I'm afraid. But I'm going over with you. I agree that we have to go over 10, but I think we should do it. See plenty of overs right now with the Braves. Let's take a look at what the chat has to say in this one. Here's Londo likes the Phillies on the money line. Bionic is on the Braves. And Ziggy on over 9.5, over 10. Yeah, I've got to do it 10. That's okay. Not many on this game, I guess, but I'm on it with Mindy. Over 10 runs. Oh. Okay. Next up, the Giants on the road. We had them yesterday on the show, Mindy. Good job. We
did.
The Giants
until 5 o'clock to get a line out there.
And here they're coming in with Wood, who's been pretty profitable so far. Going up against Peralta. The metrics don't look that great on Peralta, but they're still a favorite here. Brewers $1.30. The total is about 8 flat.
Oh, well, goodness gracious. I think I'm going to go ahead and go over the total here. I feel like the Giants may be hitting a little bit of stride here versus this Brewers team. The Giants, I think, hit righties well enough here in this one for this one to get over today. That's how I'm going to go ahead and look. Taking the over.
All right, Mindy wants to go over. Yeah, the concern is, of course, the Brewers against. It's not the Giants against the right-handers. It's the Brewers against the left-handers that makes it kind of difficult. But I am going to agree with Mindy here in this one. I think that steam under kind of at least gives us a little bit of leeway here with at 8. Does feel a little bit uncomfortable because the Brewers are pretty bad against left-handers. There's just no other way around it.
214 batting average.
Oh boy!
Come here, yo. She's scratching my leg. She wanted up here.
And I'll do that with you. I'll go over 8. It's going to be tough to buck that statistic, but I've got it at 8. I'm not sure I can pass. Let's see here. Brewers here for Bionic. I think Ziggy says over 8. And over for Verley as well. The steam came in on the under. That works for me. And Michael Thompson says he likes the over in this one as well. So we do got some support for us.
Good.
And that's the key. We're definitely going to need that production, a little bit of production from the Brewers against Wood. I was going to check real quick and see. You mentioned that that average. At least Wood, 4.82 ERA in his last 5 starts. All right. Now, Brewers have gone over in 3 straight Peralta starts. All right. Doesn't feel totally comfortable, but I just can't pass now that it's down to 8. Here we go with the Blue Jays and the Twins. These are all pretty good, man. Pretty good series here, especially Gosman. With Gosman on the road, maybe he's not terrific yet. $1.50, total 8 under 20. Louis Barland for the Twins.
I'm going to go ahead and go under the total here today in this one. It's kind of one of those, I think both teams have kind of been struggling a little bit here. The offense has not been so great here for the Twins. Toronto has struggled a little bit here. You could see them having a little bit of trouble with runs versus the Rays in that series. I'm going to go under the total here today, Ramon.
Mindy goes under with the Blue Jays and the Twins. I've got the Blue Jays are on a big time funk right now. We know that they've won just 2 of their last 11 games. Can this be a matchup where they could kind of get it going a little bit? Barland, 3.12 ERA in his last 3 starts, winning 2 of those games. Minnesota 15-10 at home. But I'm gonna trust Gosman here with the Blue Jays. I don't think I could give this out as a premium. I'm going to have to do it on the show here. Gosman, if you bet him every game, you're losing 4 out of every $10 you put on Gosman so far this year. But I don't think that's going to phase me at this point. I'm going to try the Blue Jays today. Mindy's on the under in this one at 8. And the chat. Let's see what the chat is going to be doing. Gosman. Oh, here's a prop from Brett. Thank you. Ziggy, Blue Jays, money line, Allen on Toronto. So it's going to be a lot of Toronto support, maybe with Gosman, huh? Fernando on a lock here in that one. And I'm that girl. I don't know what that lock is. Am I missing it? I don't want to. Oh, with Blue Jays. Thank you. Boy, get your head out of the gutter. And Verley says Minnesota and Takia on the under here with you. So Verley is the contrarian here in this one with the Twins. Solo says Jays as well. And all right. I don't want to wait for this night card here. Especially with this one, Mindy.
Oh, yeah, right.
Okay, so here's the deal. We're going to talk about it.
That's the deal.
All right, we'll talk about it until the streak is over. Everyone knows he's made 10 starts, and the Royals have lost all 10 games. Patrick Corbin, the laughing stock early. If you bet on him every time, you're a winner so far this season, Mindy.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those that Corbin, I don't know, he's been turning in a few quality starts here as of late. I think neither of these bullpens are very good. Both almost 5 ERAs here in the bullpen. You got Corbin here, 4.77 ERA, Jordan Lyles, 5.18. I'm going to go over the total here today, Ramon, in this one.
Okay. Mindy with the over, Nationals and Royals. Well, you got Nationals have gone over in 4 of their last 6 games. Lyles has been, we try to cut him some slack, but it's just not getting any better, right? I mean, his last 3 starts, a 10 ERA. That should say right there all we need to know. Total's 9. He's given up 10. He won't be in there the whole time, of course, but I'll agree with you. Let's do it. We're getting it at 9 still.
There we go.
Yeah, we're getting it at 9. Gonna have to Trust the bats. See what the chat has to say. Want to say hello to Max. So we did that one. Max, just go back to the start of this segment, and we talked about the Cubs and the Reds. Maybe we could just, well, it was a premium, I would say, but go back and look at that one. Here's Londo, Nationals run line. Ugh, that doesn't feel kind of $1.75, $1.80. Latifa on the over with us. Solo liking the Royals here. Ziggy on the Nationals. Latifa will be on the over with us. Here's Fernando's got it as a lock.
All right.
Bionic on the Nationals. Michael on KC. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me get this straight. I'm going too fast here. Michael on the over. Takia on the Royals. Burley Nationals. Fernando Nationals. Definitely a little bit of a conflict here on the side, it looks like. Oh, this is interesting, I think. Let me see. Every time the Royals are favored this season, they lost. Is that true? Is that true?
Probably.
I've got to look at that now. I'm not going to question Ziggy, but did the A's beat him too?
Yes, they did, because that was one of those like, can the Royals beat the Rays or the A's? And the answer was no.
What is the Orioles?
I think they were like minus 140 that day.
Yeah, Corbin 9 2/3 scoreless innings in his 2 games against Kansas City. Here's Curtis with a team total over for the Nationals. Well, that works for us too. So, all right, I got to just see it real quick. Maybe we'll move on. Royals is a favorite, huh? And these numbers are always kind of 0-5. Wow. Okay, better make a note of that. I really want the hard to take the Nationals. I know this one was funny. This for such a bad game, it certainly has some intrigue statistically.
Right.
There's another interesting game. You got Max here on the road, but a huge favorite for Max. $1.95, 11 over 20.
Well, I mean, I feel like I got to go ahead and take it under in this one. The Rockies, I don't know if you watched that one yesterday, Ramon, but I had the under in that one. They had a total of 5 runs to start the top of 9, and they wound up, scoring 13 total. So I thought I had an easy victory there, and turned out not so much. But I kind of feel like, I think the Rockies have the better splits at home. I just think it's one of those that when you come up against Scherzer, it's going to be a little bit tough. I think it's going to go under the total today.
Yeah, Mindy, we both were premium in that game. I got to be, I was running a little bit of an errand there. I thought it was a winner. I stopped watching it to a certain extent. But there was 1-1 or whatever, 2 to whatever it was. They put 4 runs in the 8th, 4 runs in the 9th.
Yeah.
Both teams putting up 4 runs late to sail that one over the total, and that one left me steaming a little bit.
Right. I lost 3 yesterday in the 9th inning, so I was like, wah wah wah.
I'm so steamed. What did you say on this game?
On this game, I said under the total. I'm going to try it again, going under there in the Rockies.
All right, Mindy will try. I don't know if I could do it. I might be a little gun shy here in that one. I'll take the Rockies on the run line. Of course, I'll take the Rockies on the run line. I don't know. It's kind of been interesting so far with Seabold. I don't think anybody's gonna, try to sell you on this guy yet at this point, but could do worse than betting on Seabold so far in his starts. Take a look at these numbers. Look, he's been bad, 7.5 ERA, but they've won 3 of those 4 games. So can they get to max today? Colorado's 6-2 in their last 8 at home. And the Mets, maybe they're getting it. I don't know. Mets are pretty enigmatic for sure. I'll take the Rockies on the run line. What am I getting here at plus $1.05 at least, maybe even $1.10. There's lots of opinions on this game. And I want to say Londo has the Rockies run line. All right. Ziggy wants to go over, going against Mindy here. Fernando's calling it a lock on the money line. $2, tough for me to do here. Here's mostly because I think, we know Max is awesome, but what does he do? He gives up homers, right? He gets outs. He gets plenty of outs. He's a great pitcher. But when he gives up the runs, he gives up homers. And Justin Millage, how you been, Justin? Good to see you. He wants the over here. He says Max will get rocked. Verleague wants to go over. Takia's about done with baseball.
We're almost done.
She did make a pick on this game, though. She's kidding. She said, give me the Rockies. Rockies run line here. So that girl says, do not do totals.
What?
Rockies run line as a lock here. A lot of locks out there, C. James says. Right? I don't have any locks. I wish I did.
Right.
All right, Mindy's on the under. I'm on Rockies run line here today. All right, Mindy. The Marlins are coming in to take on your Angels here with a pair of left-handers, Jesus Luzardo and Reed Detmers. Angels are $1.45. The total is it's gone down. The steam did come in on that under. Widely reported steam, yeah. 8-0. The total right now, for the most part. Let me take a look. I want to see how much it dipped. We're mostly dealing with 8/20s right now. Yeah, no doubt about it.
Well, I mean, I'm guessing that's because of this Marlins lineup that decided to put up about 8 or 9 runs yesterday, Ramon, it seems. No, I think it was 6 they put up, something like that. But yeah, I mean, Luzardo, though, has just gotten blown up on his road starts. And then you're coming up against Detmers that has not pitched well at home. So for me, I'm actually going to go over the total. I don't think this is going to be an under game. With the way that the Marlins came out firing yesterday, I think we're going to see some runs here today.
All right, Mindy's willing to take the over in this one. I'm just I'm going to need more investigation, I think, in this one. That's a high price to pay with Detmers against a profitable pitcher like Luzardo, but to me, this is going to be the day. I'm going to lay this price with the Angels tonight. I'm not going to be swayed by what you're saying about the Marlins because we know the offense has been pretty anemic, certainly, here. And Detmers has been giving it up, certainly. 7.36 ERA in his last 4 starts, but the Angels are hot. They've won 6 of 7, Mindy. They're starting to, they're avoiding that losing streak. Miami's lost 5 of their last 7 games. So I'm going to try the Angels here tonight, even at $1.45. I don't think it's the best price possible, so I'm not going to put it out as a premium or anything. And okay, here. That's an Angel. That's what that is. Okay. Angels lean. Darren's on the Angels. Bionics on the Angels. Ziggy's going to be with you, Mindy, and take the over. And, Brett says, give me a Luzardo K-prop. What was it? I was hearing some information about some strong K-props. I should have jotted it down, actually. Didn't include it in my research. Angels for I'm That Girl. All right. Want to just mention, I see some big-time movement here right now coming in possibly on the under in that Cubs Reds game, and we did see the comment, did we preview it? I'll just go back and say that I think you're going to see some. This thing could dip to 7 flat. It might even dip to back to 7 under. I had mentioned how it had gone to 7 over, but over the last 5 minutes, I'm starting to see some heavy movement to the under in this game, Reds and Cubs. If you like the over, hang on, don't bet. If you like the under, get on it right this second. That's my advice on that. Okay. They're digging me right now on that. They're digging me on the under. Also, just moments ago, another one that was steamed, but not in my favor. They did steam that Cardinals Guardians game to the under. What was 8 when I talked about taking it on the over is now 7.5. So I'll get a better price, but the market's going against me. All right. Marlins and Angels there. Mindy's on the over. I'm on the Angels. All right. Here they are, the O's Athletics. I should be able to figure out the Athletics. I can't win. I know that. But they got a run line yesterday, and I tried to go run line Seattle. Again, I stand by my statement that in an average matchup, they would have to be, at least plus 300 to be a fair price. Anything else is pretty much a discount. There's no great pitcher on the A, decent pitcher on the A's where you can say, well, maybe this is their guy. I mean, Caprillion so far, with all of his experience, they've lost all 5 of his starts. Going up here against Brown 265-ish, 8.5 over 20.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of these that we've talked about this previously, that for whatever reason, the A's like to play this Astros team, really tough. There's been lots of 1-run games in there. Again, it's one of those that the Mariners got the money, but 2 out of the 4, they did not get that run line. So I think it's going to be interesting, to see here in this one. Can the Astros get that run line today? I mean, I guess we'll go ahead and see. But for me, I'm going to go ahead and look to, the total going over here today. It's one of those that this A's team, they have been able to always, get 3 runs ish or so. I mean, they've been pretty consistent at that, even though they've been scoring more like 3.28 Ramon over their last 5. But they give up more like 6.72 runs of offense. So I think the Astros probably do get this run line today. But I like over the total here better, just in case we get a little bit of, dip down from Hunter Brown here with the A's.
All right, Mindy here will take the over, and I'll be the one. I'll go back to the Astros run line, and I'll get off them on a premium, and I'll take them on the show here. I keep getting, when I go premium, they don't cover. When I go on the show, they cover. So let's do it on the show, and hopefully we get a win here. I know there's going to be plenty of Astros support, I would think. Let's take a look. Oh, thank you, C. James. That's exactly what it was, and we'll get to the Pirates game in just a moment. Yeah, thank you. Thanks a lot on that. Here's Londo, Astros run line, and Justin Millage. I don't know, is that the super run line?
The super run line, yeah.
Minus 2.5. Is that maybe what that means? Thomas Poston here today. Good to see Thomas again. He's here, and he likes the Astros as well. And Ziggy is also taking that 2.5 here today. Brett says they'll lose 130 games this season. Ugh. That girl says Astros are overrated. Gosh, how can they be? I mean, oh, hello to Freshco Bar. Nice to have you here. Have we met before? And if not, welcome to the show. And it looks like you know what goes on here at the morning steam. He's got the Astros big, he says here.
Big.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is, Ziggy. They have their own kind of zigzag, if you will. They can't stand any prosperity, even when they come within a run, and then they get blown out. Here's Bionic Astros run line. Takia is going to go on the over with you, Mindy. Michael Thompson. Everyone's just taking the Astros run line, it looks like. So I'm no expert on this, right? It's just easy. It's the Astros.
Right.
Okay. Justin, be careful. Houston on the. I don't know if it just typed it in something straight. They are on the road here. This is in Oakland. And I'm that girl. I don't know why everyone says Astros. Well, I don't know.
It's more like the A's.
More like the A. That's what I was gonna say. It's more like the A. And again, I got burned yesterday trying to go premium yesterday, and Mindy, we did try to take the over on the show yesterday, and obviously just 3 runs produced by Seattle. So, right, throw them in a parlay, whatever. And Justin said, because if it is in Oakland, it'll just go over here. And I'm that girl says that maybe this is the day for the Athletics. Great. Hey, here's the thing I would say, though, to I'm that girl, who's been a great contributor. But like I said, with my whole premise now to this whole thing, right? If you're winning 20% of your games, then every game should be minus 400. So if you're not getting at least plus 300, 325, especially against, we can make fun of the Astros a little bit. They're still a World Series front runner, one of the top teams in baseball, no doubt about it. But, they'd have to be, the price is just too low to me still. With the way this Oakland team in a record setting, I don't know, record setting, you're terrible. They're setting records for being bad. So the price is not good enough. Okay, Mindy is on the over. I'll take Houston run line. And that's from someone who kind of remember my statement. Well, I've been trying to get too cute with the A's, and maybe that's what happened again yesterday. Okay, here we go. Oh, Red Sox. There we go. Red Sox and Diamondbacks. All right, Sale on the road here, minus $1.35 now. The move maybe is to Arizona. The total 8.5, juice to the over now. 8.5 over 20. So let's call it 135. 8.5 over 20.
I was going to look to the Diamondbacks on the run line here today. You have Brandon Fat. He's been doing okay. Maybe he relies a little bit, too much on his fastball, right? Got to make sure you place it right or you get it knocked out of the park. And you can't do that here against this Red Sox team because we know that they've been actually performing pretty well offensively. I don't know. Do they call Chris Sale their ace at a 6 ERA? I'm not so sure. But I think the Diamondbacks here can hit well enough to win this one. They're averaging 5.13 runs of offense compared to the Red Sox 4.42 over their last 5. And then you got two pitchers here with pretty big ERAs. I think the Diamondbacks here can stay in this one.
Maybe you'll take the Arizona Diamondbacks. They've been my darling of late, haven't they? And they've been doing a great job. And Brandon Fox been a pretty profitable pitcher so far. Sale actually has done so as well. Hey, Gigi Virgil says maybe a over first inning here. I don't know. We don't do too many Yerfies and Nerfies ourselves. Anybody in the chat want to give? I will say though, Mindy, your favorite pitcher Jordan Lyles is 9-1 in those 10 games to the Yerfie.
Yes, run first inning.
Justin says Arizona run line here. You said money line though for you, right?
No, I said the run line for me.
Oh, okay, sorry about that.
The RL, yep.
Make it correct here. That's at what? Oh, minus $1.40-ish or so. Takia on the over here. And here's Londo Red Sox. And I'm that girl says, I can't do this game trying to out. This is a bad, yeah. It's probably, oh, well, it's a good game, but maybe it's a bad game, trying to figure out what's going to happen. Feels like a good game anyway. Red Sox and Diamondbacks right now. Justin says the Boston Bats are cold. Bionic Red Sox lean to the Diamondbacks for I'm that girl. Burley, Arizona run line, and Brett maybe rooting for a K prop. We're not sure, but I'll take the under in this one, Mindy. I'm going to go under for sure, actually. This is premium here with me. I think I like this under, especially now 8.5 juice to the over. Boy, I've got the under in this one. Mindy is on the Diamondbacks run line. All right. Last baseball game, and yeah, it's that Keller show. Boy, Mitch Keller. What's gotten into Mitch Keller? Earlier in the season, I maybe did him unfair because Brad Keller's been okay too, for considering he's on the Royals and everything. But there's not much. Mitch Keller has been the man right now. He's looking pretty good. Going up against George Kirby here. Pirates and Mariners.
Yeah, I mean, I think it should be a great pitching battle between a couple young players here. I think, like you had talked about it, both these pitchers have probably pitched above expectations here thus far. I do think it's going to be a low scorer here today. I'm going to go ahead and go under in this Mariners Pirates game here today. I like it. Going under.
All right. Yeah, it's under 7. Saw a 3-2 game last night there. So pitchers, like I said, yeah, these pitchers have been pretty good. Does scare me at 7. I'm not agreeing or disagreeing. I'm gonna try the Bucks here. What's the oh boy, $1.65 on the run line? Ooh. Well, all right. I'm gonna play the run line here with the Pirates at minus $1.65. Maybe it'll be just a similar game to last night. Let's see here. Well, here's Londo right away. Pirates run line. Okay. It's not a great price. I'm going to sprinkle the money line, I think. I might just play the run. I can't say it like that. That would be unfair. I'll play the run line here. Ziggy wants under with you for sure. Here's Bionic on the Mariners. And Brett, yeah. Got to take this K prop. I think this is a very popular K prop, but and I'd say get it now. I think the books are going to need to adjust. I think that's why we're seeing so much public talk about it early on. So get on it early if you like it. I'm that girl going under with Mindy. And Verley going to take that plus money with the Pirates. And see James team total over. Is that right? Oh, it's heavily juiced there. Actually, that's a pretty good price. 2.5 minus $1.40. That's a real good price. I'd say get that now before that goes up. 2.5. Yeah. That's
because it probably would be a 3.
Yeah, it's downright scary in a way.
So thanks for watching, and make sure you get over to the Tony'sPicks.com website right now and check out our All Cappers tab where you can purchase some of our own personal picks. And be sure to go ahead and use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save 20%. Okay, have fun. Watch another video. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.